Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 60TP Lewandowskiego. It's a Polish Tier 10 heavy tank and it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka encounter under the command of Captain Ashstorm. Now he's got one mark of excellence on the barrel and the game has just started. Now what can I tell you about the 60TP? Well, it weighs 60 tons. It was a design put together, or project put together, in 1956 by Richard Lewandowski, who's a cadet at the Military Academy in Warsaw. Now, it's supposed to feature 200mm of armour, it's got a 152mm gun capable of 750 output, and it's got pretty tough armour at that. We're headed up the hill, and Captain Ashstorm's having a quick look around him. He's got a 53 TP, that's a 53 ton tank. The Tier 9 Polish one. And that one, is it Tier 9? No, it's Tier 8. I must have that wrong there. Okay, we've got some targets ahead. An Object 268. I've got our Bosch up at the centre line already. It's actually a little too exposed. Hasn't lost any damage. Oh, he has taken some damage now. But Captain Ashstorm's going to take it around the windmill, which obviously is a good defensive position. You can side scrape off the windmill. It also defends you from Arty to a certain extent. And there's a T44. Takes a big round for 798, which is a high roll. But we did take a round from that T44's 100mm gun for a T57. Okay, notice how he's side scraping. Reload time 15 seconds, thereabouts. Okay, Tiger 2, and he goes instead for the Object 257. But we did take a round from him into the low plates. Now, trying to angle at the moment, but unfortunately 268 still managed to get around him for 772. So that's cost us a great deal. We're down to half our health now. And we punch one through him, and he's out the game just like that. We did 797 damage to him, but it was only, what, 23 hit points left or thereabouts, so he didn't last very long. Okay, now we can side scrape off him, and we've got no hope. And the round just goes straight through. 790 damage there. That's a high roll. One more shot, and that Oho's out the game. Just waiting until the reload goes through, keeping moving. It's a no Arty game. Ooh, now he fires a heat round in, and the Oho is no longer. Who's it going to go for next? Well, they're all using the Rex as well now. Trying to get the Cupola, but we actually went through the side of the turret of 257. We could move down and use the wreck of the 244 now. And yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. He was reading my mind. And we're just going to push this along and use his wreck to give us cover. Unfortunately, they're using the Oho for the same reason, and it makes it very difficult to get a shot on them. If we go out on a limb and go behind the Oho, we might be vulnerable to some of the TDs further back, but we might get shots on that 257. He is a one-shot. He will go out the game, and we just bounced around from the T57 Heavy. Of course, you know that's an auto-loader, so it might have more than enough rounds to survive. Trying to get a shot at the Tiger 2. We're still firing the heat rounds. These are expensive. Well, T-2065 just went down on the enemy team, and we're 2 tanks ahead now. So if we push up, we're more than likely going to get hit by somebody else as we expose one part of us. Oh, we're going for it, the Tiger 2. Nice round, high roll, 802, but look, yeah, we get hit in the tracks by the prototype and the Tiger 2. We had to burn our repair kit to get moving, But now we're using the Oho's wreck to side scrape off. And both the Tiger II and the 257 are now one-shots. Oh, that didn't go through. It hit the mantlet. You can see where it hit. And unfortunately, 257 gets around into us where we're now a one-shot. And the Tiger II's been killed. He was taken out by the Object 430. Now, can we get this 257? No. That didn't work, but the 257 is now dead. Our 430 got him as well. The 257, the T57 heavy on the enemy team killed the Object 430, and now it's just dealing with these enemy tanks which are over by the rock down south. We get a shot in. Well, that one went through the 50, but it only did 296 hit points of damage. We're firing standard AP now. At this distance, it's probably better to fire the AP rather than the heat. Okay, bounced around, or locked around from the prototype. Go for the T57 or prototype. Prototype would be better. And it's a nice roll, but it's a low roll. 704 makes the prototype now one shot. And we've got a 705 with us. And of course, that's the ultimate side scraping tank with a rear mounted turret, front mounted engine. So of course he's able to side scrape like a boss. But we've still got two wrecks to side scrape off now, because of course we've got that Tiger II just beyond the Oho. And we're just waiting a second. Captain Ashtorm's only got 134 hit points left now. Going for the 50. Oh, he gets it! That's his second kill. Of course, he missed the chance to get the Tiger II and the 257 from the Object 430, but he did get the Oho. Now, who's going to be the first? T57? No, that one sailed right over the top of him, but it was aimed towards the weak spots. And the T57 is now a one-shot as well. So, whoever we do hit is more than likely going to die. There's only 5 enemies left. Note that sailed right over the top of the T57. Even though it was aimed directly at him, it just didn't want to go near the tank. Can you get another one in? No, he's disappeared behind the rock temporarily. He's showing his the rear part of his turret, which is where the magazine is, and he's dead. So there's only 3 enemies left, and they're all further south, so we can now motor, and the Object 705 is away and running. Captain Ashtorm is being careful to use bits of enemy armour on the way down, just in case the enemy is looking in this way. And there's the Wizzy 111 GFT, and can we get around it? Well, yes he did, but only 112 hit points, which is silly really if you think about it, because he should have done 750, but maybe he just hit a whole bit of armour when he's reloading. Still 2 enemies out there, a Borsig and a Sheridan. Now, supposedly the Sheridan's a little further away. There's the Borsig. And that one, I don't know where that went, because this is dreadful, because that shell should have nailed the Borsig, but it must have, like the one on the T57 Heavy, it must have gone somewhere else in a different neighbourhood or a different map. And we've lost sight of the Borsig, so we can't fire now. And we've been joined by a Centurion 5-1 who's desperate to get there and claim a bit more glory. The Borsig's been killed. In fact, the Borsig drowned and the Sheridan was killed by the Object 705. And one of our own tanks was drowned or was lost in battle. So, very odd ending to this game. And here's the end of battle results. And it's a second-class tanker for Captain Ashtorm in the Lewandowski. He managed to get a Battle Buddy, a Fire for Effect, and a Hand of God during the game. But he did get some epic medals. He bounced around when he had very low hit points left. So he picked up a Spartan medal. He did the most damage in the battle, a high caliber. And he also managed to get a Confederate as well, because he killed very few of the enemy, but he did hit a lot of them. If only some of those shells that went sailing over the enemy tanks had actually connected with them, I think he would have been much happier. The win rate for the game, 5,280. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he did 6,256 hit points of damage, which was nearly double the Sheridan's score, which was 3,368. He was the next high scorer. And then came the 53 TP on his team with 2,688. When it came to kills, there were a number of tanks, 3 tanks in fact, who managed to get 3 kills. The 705, the Standard Beat, and the Object 430. In fact, the 430 managed to nick most of the kills that Captain Ashtorm should have got. His score would have been a lot higher, but for the fact that the Object 430 got to those enemy before Captain Ashtorm could load around and get it into the enemy. When it came to base XP, though, he was top of the table, 1,053. The Object 705 just below him with 1,050, and the 53 TP with 991. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 16 rounds in that game. He got 13 direct hits and 9 penetration. Splash damage on 4 as well. Damage of 6,256 hit points, of which 1,220 were up more than 300 meters. He received 14 hits from the enemy. 5 of them were penetrations, 8 non-penetration. Shows the armor on the 60TP is actually quite good. And he also received 1 hit as a result of splash damage. He blocked damage of 1,120 hit points. He damaged 80 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 834 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 82,208 credits. And after repair, ammunition resupply, and consumables, and he did use premium consumables, spread with Smanic, and also premium repair pack, I believe, as well. So he actually had a deficit at the end of the game, 43,341 credits overall. He did use a lot of heat ammo during that game, and that's why his scores are... that's why he ended up with a loss. But it was a tier 10 game. You can't make an omelette unless you break eggs, and he did have to break a lot of eggs in that one. Received 4 bonds for the battle for getting the awards, and he also earned 1,579 XP, got 10,000 for completing a mission and events, so his total take home was 11,579 experience points, which is a very good haul. So, great battle there by Captain Ashtorm in the 60TP Lewandowski. Lewandowski Go, I should say. If you enjoyed that battle, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replays that I'll be dealing with and showing in the next replay.